Hello my fellow viewers, family and friends. Welcome to the Fahrenheit Nation. I'm very happy that you clicked on my reaction video. Thank you for supporting my channel. Today I'll be reacting to 007 Quantum of Solace. This came out in 2008. It's the sequel to Casino Royale. Loved the new Bond, of course, who is played by Daniel Craig. Can't wait to see what the story will be like in this movie. I wonder if we will continue the story of Mr. White and Bond's previous girlfriend who died, which was Vesper. If you guys enjoy my reactions, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. I don't have Patreon, but once I get to around 1,000 subscribers, I'll possibly use Patreon for you guys to support my channel. But anyways, guys, let's get to it. Okay, so we're starting the movie out with a chase scene with Bond? Okay. Wow, no dialogue or nothing, just a straight up chase scene. Of course, Bond is driving an Aston Martin like as usual. Okay. So we got some nice practical effects as usual.
It's time to get out.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we're starting directly where we left off from the last movie. Okay, I don't really like this as much as Casino Royale. This one is meh. This theme, this Bond theme, or this intro theme is meh. Yeah, the last movie, the intro focused on the casino theme. Now this movie, the intro focuses on like the sand theme, right? Or sand setting.
Has he said anything?
No.
Vesper's boyfriend, Yusuf Kabira, the one who was abducted in Morocco, body was washed up on a beach in Ibiza. His apartment. It's not him.
A lock of his hair. I'm not going to go chasing him. He's not important.
I don't believe that, Bond. I truly don't believe that.
You really don't know anything about us.
I thought Mr. White was in charge of the whole operation, but it seems like there's someone in charge of Mr. White.
The first thing you should know about us is that we have people everywhere.
Oh, okay, so we have some undercover agents, I guess, working for Mr. White. It's crazy. I mean, of course, Mr. White's going to escape, and we're going to find him again later in the movie, right? Of course, you got another chasing, but this is not as good as the Casino Royale. I'll tell you that much. I love that camera work there. How they fell down. Man, both of these guys are just clumsy. They're just hanging everywhere, and it's crazy. The first movie chase scene, it tops this one by a huge portion. Okay, so Mr. White escaped, of course. But weren't they trying to interrogate Mr. White the whole time? I just don't understand. How can they let him go like that?
Craig Mitchell worked for me for 8 years. What the hell is this organization, Bond?
Here she goes with that iconic line. What the hell?
You think White's still alive?
Yes, I do. Interest. We introduced tagged bills into the chief's money laundering operation by intercepting illegal payoffs.
Oh, so they're trying to find the transfers, where they were going, like the money transfers and everything? That's pretty smart.
These bills from the same series as Mitchell's were just scanned at a bank in Port-au-Prince.
Oh wow, so they can basically find evidence of where the money was going just by looking at a single bill. That's pretty impressive.
We have Mr. Edmund Slate. His entry documents have him staying at the Hotel des Salines. He's in room 325.
Got it. So we're looking for Mr. Slate now. And this will connect us to whoever's in charge of the whole operation, right? Bond, you gotta be more prepared than that, my friend. I mean, what did Bond expect? He should have used like some type of gadget, right, to go through the door, like inside, like go through the door and see if there was anyone inside first. It's just so sad how Bond needs to beat someone to death in order to get information all the time. Literally killed him. Didn't get no information.
Do you have any messages? 325.
The only message was about the briefcase that was delivered earlier.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, is that the briefcase that we saw in Casino Royale? Where Mr. White had the briefcase? I'm not sure. Might be.
Get in.
What?
Get in.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
What? Oh, she probably worked. Does she work for MI6 too?
It's funny. You don't look at all like I expected. Friend of yours?
I don't have any friends.
Dominic didn't give you any trouble, did he?
No. I think someone wants to kill you. That wasn't very nice.
Okay, so she's the target? I don't understand. Why? Why is she the target? Who does she belong to?
You were supposed to shoot her. Well, I missed.
Oh, I get it. I guess she thought Bond was Mr. Slate.
Dans mon acte de la visite.
Je suis occupé là. Camille? How nice to see you.
Okay, he looks like the main Bond villain. Just by the way he looks, I can tell. Like he got the unbuttoned shirt going and he's so relaxed. It's usually those relaxed people in the Bond movies that are the villains.
So you did just try and have me killed.
You are.
Damn it, Dominic. I was trying to help you.
I guess she was trying to help him to not get killed or not get interrogated by Bond, right?
It's been that way forever. Always got the feeling that you were only sleeping with me to get to General Medrano.
Are they related or something? Like her and the general?
We'll supply the private security. And we have 26 countries ready to officially recognize your new Bolivian government.
He basically is helping him to get government known to everybody? I don't understand.
And in return, you want what?
A desert.
Oh, so it's basically if you help me build my government, I'll give you a desert.
You won't find oil there. Everyone has tried.
So he wants the desert because he can find a lot of oil, and that can mean profit, right?
She's lovely.
Why don't you consider her something to sweeten the deal?
Mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto, señorita.
Okay, so she's trying to get to... I think she's trying to get to this general because I'm guessing that this general has done something to her family.
Conocí a su familia. Tristemente, creo que fui el último que los vio vivos.
See, I knew it. I called it. I called it. The way she was looking at him and everything, I called it. Okay, I know where this is going to turn into. This is going to turn into a boat chase scene. I can predict it right now. I mean, why was she trying to attack Bond? I guess it was because she wanted to kill the general, right?
You're not one of Green's. What are you doing? Hold
on! I ain't gonna lie, that was a pretty cool chase scene. That's the first time I've seen a boat chase scene with Daniel Craig as Bond. But I gotta tell you, the general had like 10, 12 guards, and they all were clumsy. What? Okay.
Thank you. She's seasick.
What was the point of saving her in the first place? Why did you give her to someone else?
Name check. Dominic Greene.
Largest hit, Dominic Green, CEO of Green Planet.
Get me the Americans.
She called the CIA. She said, "Get me the Americans." I'm sure she meant the CIA, right? She could have said, "Get me the CIA."
Hello, Mr. Bean.
I'm so sorry to keep you waiting. We have no interest in Mr. Green.
Thank you, Mr. Bean.
What was that? He just had a glass of liquor. He said, "Nope, we're not interested. He's not important to us."
Yeah, I've got a tail number.
It's a private charter going to Bregenz, Austria, leaving immediately.
Tanner, authorize it.
Austria, Germany. So he's going to Germany. That's what I think. That's what I'm thinking here.
Bonjour. Ça va? Ça va. Come, have a seat.
Oh, wait a minute. So the CIA is basically helping Mr. Green?
We do nothing to stop a coup in Bolivia, and in exchange, the new government gives America the least standing oil found.
Okay, so it seems like the CIA is pretty corrupt. Well, some people in the CIA are pretty corrupt too.
You have any idea who that is?
Oh, he knows him from Casino Royale. They know each other pretty well, so he's not going to talk.
Sorry.
I will need you to get rid of him for me.
Okay, so it seems like Bond is at a theater. Okay, so it seems like the guy with the glasses is the main target. But why does Bond need him for? Is he's trying to get something that he has in his hand? Why didn't we see Bond beating up the guy? That would have been pretty cool to see, instead of just cutting straight to Bond getting the earpiece.
How much more pipeline do we need?
Ideally, 2,000 kilometers.
Okay, so he needs 2,000 kilometers of pipeline. Oh, for the oil.
Transfer the funds from our Siberian holdings.
Done. I really think you people should find a better place to meet.
Yeah, I think so too. That's just a strange place to meet up and do a transfer. I don't understand why they would choose a theater.
Thank you.
James Bond could have avoided all that if he would have stayed quiet, let everyone talk, right? Took some pictures, because I'm sure he could have done that. But nope, this he messed it all up.
Drop it.
But I'm liking the how the whole opera music is playing in the background while all this is happening. Sounds pretty nice.
I asked you who you were working for.
He just had to kill him. Like, what? Oh, no, he didn't kill him.
Restrict Bond's movements. Cancel his cards.
We all know what this means. That means Bond is going rogue again. Like in the last movie when he went to the Bahamas, right?
Favor. You're gonna get a phone call in a minute. Would you mind telling them I'm headed for Cairo?
I'd be happy to.
Thank you. Mathis. What do you want?
Okay. Mathis, the one who portrayed Bond in the first movie? Okay.
I need a passport and matching credit card.
And MI6 ran out of plastic.
I still don't understand why he betrayed Bond and he worked for Le Chiffre. I'm still questioning that, honestly.
Prince, these men were together.
They're buying up oil pipeline. Something called the Tierra Project. Do you know it?
Destroy these That's Guy Haynes. You don't know him?
Okay, so it's called the Tierra Project, and they're trying to get 2,000 kilometers of pipeline, right, to get oil for the Americans, right, or for this, yeah.
Come with me.
It's crazy, like, that's the only person that Bond could turn to for information, and in the last movie, like, they were on total opposite sides.
You can't sleep.
May I fix your drink, sir?
So I feel like this is very personal for Bond. Like, he just wants to find Mr. Dominic Green because of Vesper, right? That's what I'm getting from this. Like, Bond is taking this personal, and he wasn't supposed to take this personal.
Mr. Bond, my name is Fields. I'm from the consulate.
Of course you are.
If you attempt to flee, I will arrest you, drop you off in jail, and take you to the plane in chains. Understand?
That's still like the most calmest way to threaten Bond. It seems like she can take down Bond in the calmest way possible.
Hola, somos maestros on año sabbatical. Y nos ganamos la lotería.
Okay, so MI6 basically made them become like teachers in a way.
I can't find the stationery. Come and help me look.
I know where this is going. He's gonna make out with her. She was supposed to arrest him, but Bond is gonna make out with the person who's supposed to arrest him.
Do you know how angry I am at myself?
I can't imagine.
No. I called it. I knew it. I knew it.
You want to go to a party?
Party? But I have nothing to wear.
Okay.
Since 1945, 17% of the planet's vegetated surface has been irreversibly degraded.
Okay, yeah, Mr. Green has basically the speech of the silver tongue. He can convince a whole crowd of people that he's trying to do right.
Entire police force is at your disposal.
Well, that could be very useful.
You know, there are people in this country.
Did you just say the entire police force is supporting Bond? That's crazy. So Bond should have no trouble finding Mr. Green, right? Or capturing Mr. Green.
You are really breaking my heart choosing an insect like that over me.
Well, what I'm really questioning is why the heck did Bond leave her? Bond could have used her throughout the movie, but nope. He had to leave her.
Good evening. There you are.
Well, careful with this one. She won't go to bed with you unless you give her something she really wants.
I'm so sorry.
Come on, lighten up. Crazy my style.
So it's British intelligence now. What the hell do you want from me?
You're going to show me Dominic Green's Tierra project. Are you up to it?
Do I have a choice?
Do you want one?
There's something horribly efficient about you.
Compliment.
So yeah, Bond needs to get some evidence first before he can kill Mr. Green.
Well, what's the bet that Dominic Green has friends in the police force?
Wait a minute. I thought Bond was backed up by the police.
Abra el baúl. Vamos.
Ah, Bond was set up. He was set up. Someone planted Mr. Mathis in the trunk.
Is that how you treat your friends?
Yeah, thrown in a dumpster. Wow, that is kind of wrong to do.
Buenos días. ¿Qué es lo que quiere?
Okay, so they're going to Mr. Green's project, right? Where his project where his project is at.
All the information I found said there was nothing of value there. But Green's geologist had proved that there was.
I don't get it. Did someone like talk or what?
I think we lost him.
You think? I mean, they're pilots. I don't think you lost him.
He's right behind you!
How can she see that the pilot's behind him? The window ain't a freaking 360 window. You can't see around. It's like, how the heck? How did that helicopter know exactly where Bond was? That's crazy. That was some serious impact. They got at least some broken limbs. In reality, you would have definitely gotten some broken limbs from that.
Mr. Green's interests and ours now align.
Minister, this man is a major player in one of the most...
So you're saying the Prime Minister is also agreeing with Mr. Green's plans too? That means MI6 was alone in this, right? So how far are they from Mr. Green's project?
It's dynamite. This used to be a riverbed. Green isn't after the oil. He wants the water.
So why does he want the water? Is it more valuable than oil? My question is, how many miles have they been walking? And how do they know where they're going? Do they have a compass or a navigation system in their hands?
Thank you.
So they ended back at the motel, and they were supposed to go to Mr. Green's project at first, right? So they basically went in a long, huge circle. That's what it looks like here.
Do you mind waiting down here?
I'll be outside.
I'm calling it. Mr. Green's associates or guards killed the person who was trying to take Bond. That chick who worked for MI6. They killed her.
You said you weren't motivated by revenge.
I'm motivated by my duty.
No.
So you're saying the MI6 follows what the Prime Minister says? They're letting the case go.
You might like to tell her your theory about there being no oil. Her lungs are full of it.
I knew it. I called it.
You're removed from duty and suspended pending further investigation.
Yep.
Get in.
You gonna try and shoot me?
I said get in.
That looks very familiar. You know, when she pulled up and got him in a car, now she's driving a beat up car, says the same lines. I wonder if she stole that car. I'm sure she did.
It was so easy to find, James. You really should come visit.
You know, he told everyone in the beginning at the plane that he didn't know James, and now he just said, "Hey, James."
We aren't in the police, Chief. Green's bringing him his money now. A hotel called the Perla de las Dunas in the desert.
Okay, so James is going back to the desert where he was like 10, 20 minutes ago, right? Okay. So they drove all the way to that location, right? That's what I'm getting at. Of course, you got the villain eating his apple, of course.
As requested.
The dollar isn't what it once was. I am afraid that the corruption in this current government can no longer be tolerated.
What is this?
As of this moment, my organization owns more than 60% of Bolivia's water supply.
Yeah, he didn't tell him that. Pretty sneaky. He only told him about the oil.
This is double what we are paying now.
I mean, so the general was basically being used too. All he wanted to do was make the government great again.
You and I had a mutual friend.
Yeah, they did. I remember them talking. He said he was gonna help Bond out with the police. You know, it'd be crazy if Bond and this one girl, lady, took down a whole facility of policemen or military. That would be crazy, wouldn't it? Well, that's really aiding Bond. There's explosions. I mean, what did this lady expect? That she was going to take down the general all by herself? I mean, he is a little bigger than her, so... Yeah, he needs to capture Mr. Green, right? Not kill him. Right, Bond? It's crazy how that one car that exploded caused all this destruction. It was like, it was just plot armor for Bond. That was it. Like I said before, plot armor that just had to show itself so Bond could shoot the, I don't know what he was shooting at, so Bond and the lady can escape.
Wait here.
Here. I bet you make it 20 miles before you consider drinking that.
Okay, so I thought you were supposed to capture him and send him to prison, right? Right?
I wish I could set you free, but your prison is in there.
Dialogue? Of course, he couldn't resist kissing her. That's what Bond does.
Sit down. Sit down!
We all know Bond is good at breaking into doors without breaking the lock.
Like it. You gave it to a friend of mine.
Oh, that's Vesper's boyfriend. Okay, so he was alive the whole time. I forgot about. Did this movie tell us that he was alive in the beginning of the movie?
Make it quick.
Is he still alive?
He is.
They found Green dead. They found motor oil in his stomach.
Oh wow, what a way to die. So it's basically karma. It's karma towards Green.
I need you back.
I never left.
Oh, he finally let go of Vesper, or her necklace. Okay, wait a minute. Are they supposed to show that at the beginning of the movie? That does it for my reaction for Quantum of Solace. Now, this is what I think of the movie. This movie was not too good. Now, I want to get in between the action scenes, which was the dialogue, the story itself. Guys, the story itself was all over the place. At the first half of the movie, right, we learned that oil was the main plot of the movie, right? Mr. Green wanted the oil, correct? Now, all of a sudden, in the second half, we find out that Mr. Green wants 60% of the water from the plane scene. Another thing I didn't like about this movie was how easy everything was for Bond. It's like he easily just went past a lot of things. Like, for example, he got into the theater, right? That was supposed to be a huge meetup. He got inside the theater so easily, and he dropped in the conversation that all the leaders were having, right? Another example is when he was talking to Felix, right? And Felix gave him all this information about Mr. Green and his project, and then the SWAT come and try to take him, and then he easily gets past them. Don't buy this movie on Blu-ray, guys. If you can, find a friend that has a movie and just get it from him. But that does it for my reaction, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you do, like and subscribe. Until then, guys, stay safe, and I'll see you guys later.